Hi everybody, welcome back to another exciting and interesting uh, episode of the Wolfman Chronicles. My name is Louis Strauss, I'm your host on this channel, and I want to welcome all of you and those who are my subscribers, the guys who are helping me to build this channel. I really appreciate that you guys are still here, and those who are new coming into the channel and just having a look around, you guys are also most welcome. My channel is open for everybody, no matter who you are, no matter what race you are, what color you are, or what your viewpoints are, whether you are Christian or non-Christian. This channel is absolutely open for everybody, okay? And I see each and every one of you as brothers and sisters. Just like it was in the days of Noah, when he was building the ark, which took him 100 years. Basically, the door for the ark was open for everybody, but nobody wanted to help Noah build the ark, and nobody wanted to enter into the ark with Noah and his family either. So, and that was only 8 people, okay? But on this channel, the ark, we now have just a little bit over 40 people. And it is awesome to have you guys, coming in with your tools and helping to build this channel, to build this ark. Because on this channel, I believe it's one of the very few channels out there who gives you the information and the data and the advice that you need for the dark days that lay ahead. And I'm talking about the apocalypse, the end of the world. I'm talking about the so-called second flood that is coming, okay? And talking about the second flood, I've put up 2 horrifying, gruesome videos, 2 short video clips from the movie 28 Weeks Later. As most of you know, it is a zombie flick, also to do with a virus that quickly spread, and it is just horrifying and also scary if you look at that video clip in the form or in the shape of reality, because that is, folks, what is coming, okay? When you look at the video, it's not it's not scary because it's just a bunch of actors. But once you are in the video and it becomes reality, it's a whole different story. And that is exactly what is coming, is that different story. Because the Bible says, like it was in the days of Noah, so will it be in the coming of the Son of Man. However, it's going to be 10 times worse than it was in the days of Noah. Because in the days of Noah, there was just a normal flood with water that drowned all the people who did not enter into the ark. But I'm showing you the information, the data, that the Bible says there will be a second flood coming. And all the people who don't have the information that I'm giving you right here, right now on this channel, they are going to be also drowning in this flood. But this flood is going to be a flood of people, okay? And it's going to be very much like those 2 video clips that I showed you, okay? So you really need to know where you want to go, what you're going to do, who you can trust in those days. because they are going to be very, very dark days. And when I say dark, I actually mean dark. Okay, it's gonna be pitch black for about at least 5 months. You won't be able to see your hand in front of you. And these things that are coming out of the pit, and I made a movie called the Beehive. Remember, they are down deep in the pit, in this bottomless pit, and it's pitch black down there. That is their environment. Those worms that are down there at the moment, before they come out as locusts. These evil demonic entities, they are used to darkness. Okay, because how do we know it's dark down there? Well, in the book of Enoch, it says that these bad angels, the watchers, the 200 of them, after they being arrested and thrown into this pit, the pit was sealed up above them, and the Bible says, it says that God told them, you will be in darkness. Okay, so when Lucifer comes down and he unlocks this pit, these things are going to come out. And it says the smoke will also come out, and it will absolutely darken the sky. It will darken the sun. Okay, and that is why I'm saying there's going to be dark days ahead, because it will be dark. It will be pitch black. You do not want to run around with torches. You do not want to run around with, a generator in your house or in your camper van or whatever, because you'll be like a little fly to these things, and they'll be the bats. Okay. So there are ways around that, and I'm going to make 2 awesome videos. One of them is how to survive 5 months of hell. What you can do in those pitch black dark days to survive. And also, I'm making another video called The Coming Alien Invasion, okay, which will happen exactly after that 5 months, 150 days. But for now, I just wanna touch on those 2 videos that I did. I know it's horrible to look at. I know for some of you it's kind of yucky, you don't kind of like that graphics, but I have to put it in there, because if you don't get used to reality now, then how will you stand in the reality of those things on the day when that happens? If you can't get yourself ready and prepared now to protect yourself and to protect your family, and to be aware of those things that are coming, how are you going to stand in those days when they do come? How are you going to protect your family and yourself in those days if you can't stand up and do something about it now? If you're not willing to learn now, how are you going to protect yourself in those days? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. It's very much like you can't pick up a gun and just walk into a battle. Okay, you first need to learn everything about the gun that you have. You need to learn how to use it, how to clean it, how to arm it by putting the bullets in, and how to load it, how to aim, how to practice to do some shooting before you just walk into the battlefield. And that's the same thing what I'm doing here, and that's why I put up this kind of graphic images, is because you really need to get the picture, okay, of what is coming. I'm preparing you. And also, to give you another example, it is kind of like if you are in a room and the lights are on, then you have the advantage of seeing where the tables are, where the chairs are in this room, so that when I switch the light off, you'll be able to make your way around and not bump into these objects. Okay? But if you're in a room and you're blindfolded, and I switch the lights off, and I take the blindfolds off, you're going to bump and fall over and hurt yourself. And that is basically what I'm trying to tell you here, is that I'm giving you the information and the data of the things that are going to happen very, very soon. Okay? Like I've made it very clear on my channel. You know, Noah had 100 years to build the ark, to get ready for the flood. But we don't. We've got about 2 to 3 years. Okay? 2 to 3 years before things are going to get very, very bad. All that I'm doing right now, and what you should be doing right now, is to watch the players, all the leaders of the world. It's kind of like a three-dimensional chess game. We just got to watch them, keep an eye on them, wait for the hourglass to turn upside down. And if you don't know what I mean by the hourglass turning upside down, you need to go and watch my video timeline for the coming apocalypse. Because once the hourglass turns upside down, folks, that is basically when it's going to be very, very extremely hard to prepare. It'll be extremely hard to buy the stuff you need to buy, and to get the products, and to get the tools that you need. Okay? Because everything will be digitally controlled, and there will be this mark, and if you don't have this digital mark, which is known as the mark of the beast, you won't be able to buy the stuff you need, and you won't be able to buy the tools that you need to survive what is coming in that time frame of 5 months. Okay? It'll be extremely hard. So now is the time to get ready, to get prepared, and to start running, how can I say, exercises, okay, in what you will do when something like that occurs. You know, because it will be global. The whole world will be affected by this. The whole world will be pitch black, no matter if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon by you in Australia, or if it's, 7 o'clock in the morning by you in South Africa. It doesn't matter where you are. The whole world will be black. The Bible says the sun will be darkened by the reason of the smoke coming out of the spit when these things come out. And as soon as these things come out, folks, I'm telling you, it won't take long, maybe a couple of hours. Then most, if not all, the people will be stung, those who have taken the mark. And within the first 24 hours, your hometown where you live, or the city where you live, will be a ruinous heap. There'll be nothing. There'll be absolutely nothing. And almost nobody. except for these things roaming around. Okay? And that is where those 2 little video clips kick in as a reality for you, because what you see in those clips, and if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. Okay? That is exactly how it's going to be. These things will move in hordes. They will work together as a unit. You know, when Jesus approached the madman of Gedariah, and Jesus asked those demons inside him, "Who are you? What is your name?" They told Jesus, "We are legion, for we are many." Okay, they work together as a legion, very much like the Romans did when they made war. You know, they stick together and they are strong together. And there is no way you can take on a group like that. It is impossible. Okay, and that is why it's good if you subscribe to this channel and you help me build this channel, and you're basically part of the ark. You know, I'm going to give you the tools and show you how to survive when this legion of demonic entities who now have physical form, because they've taken on bodies. They are called the Raphaim, all right? The Raphaim will be unleashed on planet Earth. And I've made a video about the Raphaims. You can just go down into my history of videos and you'll find it there. I tell you exactly who the Raphaims are and what they used to be, okay? So being said that, I just wanted to clarify and to make sure you guys understand, because I'm not going to apologize for putting up these graphic images, because what I'm doing here is I am slowly teaching you, training you to get used to what is coming. Okay, so that when I switch the light off, you will know exactly what to do. You will know exactly where to go and you won't bump into tables. But all the other people out there in the world, and there are millions of them right now, millions and millions of people who don't know this type of information. In fact, there are millions and millions of people who don't even know the scriptures in the Bible, and they don't care. Okay? Many of them don't care. And I feel sorry for those people, because, you know, this is very important stuff. I mean, I'm not Muslim, I'm Christian, but I have heard and I have gone and studied the Quran, and I have spoken to friends of mine who are Muslim. And do you know what they say is in their Quran? And do you know what I found from the studies in the Quran? It's very similar to the things in the Bible. It talks about these beings. It talks about giants. It talks about extraterrestrials making warfare in the sky, the good guys and the bad guys. And these are the same things I'm telling you guys here, but from a Christian point of view. Okay? And even if we go back to the ancient Sumerians, it's the same thing all over again. Strange beings, giants, and extraterrestrials. And you can find this in most of the hieroglyphs from the ancient world. Okay, even in Egypt, it talks about half man, half animal beings and giants. Folks, this is real stuff. As crazy as it sounds, this is real. And I want to get you onto that level. And if you're a Christian and you're on this channel, and you've never heard of these things that I'm talking about now, then this is good, because this means you are now going to lose the nappy that you've been wearing for so many years as a baby Christian. Because when you go to church, they stuff your mouth full with a bunch of biscuits, they give you a cup of coffee, they check that your nappy is still clean, and then when you go out, you haven't really learned anything yet except to be a good person and to trust God. That's all. They're not telling you to prepare yourself. You know, when Jesus was out there in the wilderness ministering, talking to the people, he told them about these things. And he told them that you need to carry these stories on for the people in the future so they can prepare themselves for these things that are coming. And we are the future. We are in that moment right here, right now, where at any time, as soon as the hourglass gets turned upside down, folks, that's it. It's over. It's over. Okay? Then your time for preparing is very, very short. It'll be only 2.5 years. And in that 2.5 years, it will be the system of the beast. It will be almost impossible for you to buy and to get the stock and equipment you need to survive if you don't have the mark of the beast. Okay? If you are not part of this Luciferian system. So I'm going to move on from I don't want to rant on and on about the zombie apocalypse, okay, that is coming. So I'm going to move on to a very short story, and it's called Portals and Gateways. When I was about 20 years old, and we were in Pretoria in South Africa, my nephew and my cousin, they said to me, there is this bridge and we should go to this bridge and just go and spend the day there. It's a very beautiful bridge. It's got a huge river underneath it, and a lot of people go there for the beautiful view and to have picnics. So that was the plan. And then there was another girl that I met way back then, and she also turned up, and so there were 4 of us that morning who decided we're going to take this walk, which is about, I can't remember if it was 5 or 6 Ks, but we were going to take this walk to this bridge. Now, I've never been to that bridge. My nephew knows the way, okay? And so the 4 of us started walking in that morning. And I'm telling you, even though it was in the morning, it was really hot. It was really hot, man. And we were walking, and we were walking, and we were walking, and eventually I said to my nephew, hey, dude, how far is this place that we're going to? Isn't there a shortcut we can take? And he kind of looked around and he said, no, there's no shortcut. But you see that hill over there? And he pointed towards some hill with a bunch of trees. He said the bridge is just over that hill. There's a road there by that hill that goes to the bridge. And so I said to him, but hey, here's an open field. Why don't we just cross this open field? And it's not really a big field. It's kind of like the size of a rugby field, you know, a soccer field. I said to him, why don't we cross this field here? And he looked at the field and he said, well, the grass is really tall and we don't know it's a very hot morning. We don't know if there's snakes and stuff in there, you know, or scorpions, or thorns, or sharp rocks. But he said, yeah, if you guys want to cross this field, then let's do it. So we spoke to the girls, and the girls agreed, and because they also tired of walking and they just want to get to this place. So we started crossing the field, the 4 of us. And we are walking, and we're walking, and I see a black spot, like kind of like a dark spot ahead. And I said to my nephew, let's go to that dark spot over there. It looks like a rock. Okay, then we can stand on the rock and we can overlook the field and see if we can find a better path, because right now we're walking in this field, there's no path, we can barely see our feet. That is how tall the grass is. It comes way up to our knees, and there are these little sharp black thorns that are pounding our pants. It goes right through your jeans, and it kind of stings you. These little black thorns. Okay, and anyway, so he said, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go to that rock and see if we can find a path or see a footpath. So we went into the direction of this dark spot that I thought was a boulder sticking out, kind of like a rock. But when we got there was no rock. Instead, there was this huge square opening going into the ground, kind of like a bunker. If you stand in front of it, you see the stairs going down. It's concrete stairs, and this place is in the middle of nowhere, folks. It's like concrete stairs going down, deep down, and then on the bottom it's pitch black. All you can see is 3 door frames, 3 old wooden door frames, and there's no doors, but there are rooms, dark rooms behind those door frames. And also what I noticed is it was kind of dirty. There were like bottles and papers and stuff going down this stairwell, this concrete stairwell. And on the walls were strange signs and symbols written with black chalk, kind of like burned wood, like someone took some burned wood and scratched some stuff on the wall. There are all these symbols and stuff going all the way down. And I said to my nephew, this is a very interesting place. We should come back here. When we finish the trip to the bridge, we should go home, get torches, and come back and go down there and have a look and see what's down there. So anyway, we went out. We couldn't find a path, so we just had to make our own little path through this bush. We ended up getting to the bridge, and we had some hamburgers there, some Coca-Cola. It was a really cool day. And then we got a lift back, actually, with someone to town, to where my nephew's house was, because I was only visiting there for the holidays. And we got torches, the 4 of us. Me, my nephew, my cousin, and this girl. We got torches, we even got the rope, and we even got tennis rackets. In case there are bats down there, we can hit the bats with the tennis rackets. So we got all these things, put it in our backpacks, and then we walked back to this field. And when we got back to the field, folks, I'm telling you, we searched that place upside down. The hole was gone. The entrance to those 3 doorways, it was gone. Couldn't find it. Now, many years later, about 10-15 years later, I got in contact with my nephew again, and I asked him, hey, remember that hole we saw in that open field many years ago when we made that trip to the bridge? is that field still there? And he said, no, it's all gone. They've built a shopping center and all sorts of other stuff over it. And I said, well, did anyone say anything, or was there anything about a finding, any stories, any rumors about this hole that we found, this entrance to this underground place? And he said, nope, still lives there and haven't heard anything. It's like that place just disappeared when we were there. Now at the time, like I said, I was only 20 years old. I was quite young. And now, knowing what I know now and the things that I've studied now, I believe that the four of us had found a temporary gateway. Okay. And there are many gateways and portals around the world that's actually been spoken of in the scriptures, in the Bibles. It says that these angels use these gateways to travel. And it says that Satan also used these gateways to travel and for his demonic entities. And the type of gateways that they use, folks, you won't believe it. It's not like Mortal Kombat, like this vortex opens up and then these beings come out of it. No, the gateways that they use are kind of like gateways and doorways that blends in like camouflage. Like for example, you will walk along a wall and there will be a door and someone will come out of that door. And then when you come back and you walk the same road next to the same wall, that door will be gone. Okay? That is the type of gateways that they use. They like to blend it in to our world so we don't notice it. And it makes perfect sense. Okay? But behind those gateways, behind those doors, there are different, realities. There are different places where these beings live. Different dimensions is the right word. Some of them lead to deep inside the earth, actually. We call it the hollow earth. And then some of them, believe it or not, lead straight to other planets or to this planet Nibiru. Okay? So they use these doorways and gateways as a form of quick time travel or quick travel. Okay? Also, I would like to mention that Lucifer, when he decided to leave God's kingdom, he stole a whole bunch of keys for these gateways, because he was the light bearer. He was the key holder. Okay, he was kind of like the main guard, walking around with this ring of keys. And the day when he decided to go AWOL, when he decided to go rogue, he left and he took most of the keys with him. Okay? And that is why we learn with this second flood, this zombie apocalypse that is coming, he doesn't have the key to open up that bottomless pit. But in time, God is going to give it to him. He's going to allow him to have that key. Okay? So right now he's got a lot of keys for all these doorways and gateways to travel in and on the earth. But there are many keys also that he still doesn't have. And one of them is obviously the key for the bottomless pit, where all his little worms are being locked up. Okay? He doesn't have the key for that. But soon, God will give him that key. He will give him the authority to go down and unleash this beehive. All these things that are down there to come up. And like I said, it will sting all those who have sided with this Luciferian system, who have taken on this mark of the beast, the mark that will allow you to buy and sell. Okay? Folks, my name is Louis Strauss. Again, thank you for subscribing to this channel. And thank you for your time. Okay? And also, I just want to say, be good, be kind, look after yourself, and respect others. Because, you know, God says you need to look after yourself. Okay? The devil says you need to love yourself. God says you need to be good and kind. Okay? And you need to do the things that He wants you to do. All right? The Bible, but the devil says, do as you will. You can do whatever you want. Okay? And that's very important, because there is no gray area. Okay? There's only the good side and there's only the evil side. Either you're going to be on the ark, you're going to have the knowledge, you're going to have the information, and you're going to survive what is coming, or you're going to be outside the ark, like the people who lived in the days of Noah. They had no interest in to learn anything, or to go and even help build the ark, or even to go and say, hey, you know, if I help you guys, is there a space for me in the ark? They didn't even do that. And because of that, they all died. They all drowned. They all got eaten by big fish and crocodiles and all sorts of other sea monsters. It was a horrible time. And on this channel, I'm kind of saying the same thing. If you want to help build, if you want to subscribe and you want to stay here and you want to learn stuff and you want to, you know, basically be awakened physically and spiritually be ready for what I'm telling you is coming. And I'm going to give you a great video on how to survive 5 months of hell, which is that time frame. I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do to survive. But then there are people who come into this channel, you know, like I mean, I'm not stupid. I can see I got 40 subscribers, like 42, but my videos get about, some of them like 70 or 80 views. So obviously there are people who are coming in, but they're just not, you know, like, oh, whatever, this is a bunch of crazy stuff. I only watch like the first minute of it, and then I'll flick and go and watch another video of a cat licking ice cream, or they're more interested in the Kardashians getting another boob job or something, you know. But that is the reality of basically what it was like also in the days of Noah. While he was working hard, him and his family building this boat, dripping sweat, because they know, even though they have 100 years, you know, every day that goes by is a day that they cannot get back. Okay, they were working hard out. And still there were people coming in, having a look what they were doing, didn't offer to help, didn't even ask, hey, why are you guys building this boat? And if you know, and instead they were just mocking them and pointing fingers and laughing. But in the end of the day, when Noah and his family entered into the ark, just a reminder, Noah did not shut the door. His wife did not shut the door. His sons did not shut the door. And also the 3 wives of those sons did not shut the door. If you go and read the scriptures, it says that God himself shut the door. Folks, that is when the time for you to change your mind is over. And it's very much the same with this channel. This is the ark. I'm basically putting out the information and the data to help you understand and to kind of train you for what is coming. But the day will come when this channel will be shut down. The day will come when the internet will collapse, and then this information will be gone. The door will be shut, and then those things will come. Okay? This is very serious. But hey, if you come onto this channel and you think this is not serious, and you think this is all crappy and a joke, and you think that another video of a cat licking ice cream is more important than the stuff I'm telling you, then so be it. You make your choice. And I'll leave it like that.